It will be Pepperdine serving first, coming in 10-3 overall. They've already played 3 conference matches, so 3-0 in the MPSF, and immediately Hawaii out of system. Kainoa Wade hits it into the twine, and Pepperdine strikes first. That is most definitely one of the key elements, is serving tough from the line. The Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Justin Todd inserted back in as one of the starting middles here this evening. You're looking at Ryan Barnett. He's the 6'5" redshirt senior from West Hampton Beach, California. A first-team AVCA All-American last year. Had almost 50 aces a season ago. Tough server. We saw it on the first try. That one was handled by Louis Sakanoko, and Tread Rosenthal just ushers it across for the point, and Hawaii's on the board.
That was a great serve by Barnett. Somehow Louis got it up there near the net for Rosenthal to tap down, but yeah, that was a great serve.
Pepperdine third in the country in aces per set. Hawaii tied for 6th. Hawaii tied for 6th. Tread Rosenthal, who serves it into the twine. Great serving night in his last match. That was night 2 against BYU for Tread. Had 4 aces. He's just one shy of reaching 100 career aces. See if that happens tonight. James Eady now, redshirt junior middle from Newport Beach, California, on the serve. Backside set, it's Sakanoko, and he goes off the fingertips of the block and down. The 6'5" junior from Paris, France, has been today magnifique this season, no doubt about it. 3.47 kills per set, hitting .389. He, War, and Kainoa Wade all top 15 in hitting percentage.
A lot of us do the good passing that's going on. The first contact by Hawaii has really been good.
Pass by the libero Jacob Riley, backside, and that is Cole Hartke. One-handed dig there by Rosenthal. Wade sends it cross court, and now a free chance here for the Waves. They go middle, and the dig by Quentin Greenwich. High ball set goes to War. Big block on the other side, and he's able to tool it, and Hawaii jumps in front.
How about that dig by Quentin Greenwich? He just right is in the firing line of that shot, just popped it right up for Rosenthal to give Roar another great set.
That is what he has been doing as of late. Quentin Greenwich, 2.2 digs per set. Sakanoko scrapes the netting on that serve. And the middle set is dug up again. Backside a little off the mark, so Wade has to tip it over. Sliding save Riley. High ball set goes the left side, and Jose Gomez gets blocked back. From behind the line, it is Barnett, and the up by Louis. Here's Wade off the block and roofed. And Jose Gomez lets out a roar to the crowd. 6'4" sophomore from Trinidad, Cuba, who has been inserted here more recently as one of the primary pin hitters. Jonathan Winder, in his 4th season atop the program, the 2025 MPSF Coach of the Year, signed a contract extension through the 2030 season back in January. Good reaction there by Rosenthal to play it off the ricochet. War goes over the block. Was there a touch? No touch. And the Waves get the point. But Jonathan Winder, what a season for Pepperdine last year. Made it all the way to the Final Four. Here is Charlie Wade. His team has won 11 straight. It's the 8th time in the last 12 years that Hawaii has put together an 11-match or better win streak. Pass by Louis is a good one. Outside, it's War. There was no block to be found, and he crushes it, and we're tied at 4.
The center, Polomaj, was all alone by himself out there with Roar. You know, Kanoa, that's not a fair fight.
No. Even the timing of the jump was a little off, too, just to give Adrian more of an advantage. 4 serving 4. Travell Jordan sends it over. Middle set, and that one's pumped down by Ethan Watson. 4th-year guy here with Pepperdine. 6'8" redshirt junior from Sunnyvale, California. He was the MPSF Freshman of the Year back in the 2024 season when he was a redshirt frosh.
Hitting .472 on the year. And he's a good one. Doesn't make many mistakes.
Well, that pass tight to the net. One hand set. Justin Todd applies a little love and tenderness there. Didn't go with the full detonation. But he gets the job done for the point.
Timing just a little bit off of where Todd was up just a little bit early.
Serve by Wade is a good one. pulls the setter Andre Polomatz off of the net. Swing by Barnett will be played back on the Pepperdine side. Barnett this time sizzles it by the double block past the save attempt of Kainoa Wade.
Barnett showing some versatility there. Not only does he go cross court, watch him bring this down the line. Not much room there to go. He found it.
So now Watson to serve. A couple of aces on his ledger here this season. Slaps it across, middle set. That's Todd extending for it. Now the high ball goes to Barnett. He's blocked, stays on the Wave side. Oh, and the middle exchange goes awry. James Eady was the middle, and Polomatz tried to pull what would have been a high degree of difficulty set up there, and the timing just was a little off.
Pepperdine has not set the back row quick. Watch for that to show up here pretty soon.
6 serving 6, it's War. Pepperdine out of system from behind the line. Hartke, two-hand save there by War. High ball set goes to Sakonoko by the triple block. And keeping that one alive is Gomez. Here's Barnett, taps it to the middle of the floor. Rosenthal sets it up for Sakonoko, and he explodes on it.
How about the trickeration by Fred Rosenthal? Going up as if he's going to hit it, and then he decides to set, but not to the middle. Goes to the outside, and kind of 1.5 blockers up. Again, not a fair fight, Kanoa.
That's right. Good old tricky tread, pulling out another trick. D-set, Hartke, blocked and roofed. 3 Rainbow Warriors up, 6 hands across, and they deny access. Hawaii up 2.
Nice move by Roosevelt to go join the party over there, the block party, and he actually got the block there. He could have stayed on the right side and just stayed home and played some back row defense, but instead he got in the block.
Charlie Wade's been beaming about Rosenthal and his blocking ability and how much he has improved in that department. Meanwhile, a solo block attempt is for naught as Ryan Barnett was able to find the open space. The Waves, just 3 losses. All 3 of those losses coming, though, against Big West teams. UC Irvine, Long Beach State, and they split a series with UC Santa Barbara. Oh, and that's an ace. Polomatz, the junior from Serbia, transfer from Purdue Fort Wayne. And he is a new setter with the program, and that's nothing new for Jonathan Winder. 4 straight seasons, all 4 seasons that he's been the head coach, he's had a different setter.
Luckily, Winder was the setter himself, and an All-American one at that.
Won a national championship as well at Pepperdine. Here's Wade from behind the line. Saved there by Polomatz. So bump set goes to Hartke. 3 blockers up. And even that resistance wasn't enough.
He's a good high snapper off the block. Even though he's 6'10", he touches 12 force. We can go over that block easily.
His numbers are astronomical. 6'10" sophomore from Barrington, Illinois. And they will set him a whole lot. Came into this match with 398 attempts, more than 100 above the next most used hitter. And nobody was against Wade there on the block, but he didn't quite get the full extension on it. And then the hit goes out, according to the line judge. We're going to have a challenge here from Jonathan Winder. I think he's going to challenge either the touch or the in-out call. And that gives us a chance to introduce the officials here this evening. Mark Nakashima is the R1 across the way. Conducting these reviews will be Wayne Lee. There he is in your screen. Kevin Chun, Kerwin Stenstrom last year.
Spent a lot of time in the USA gym this past summer playing for various teams, and it made him bigger, stronger, faster. Tremendous improvement.
Wayne Lee has seen enough, and I think he's going to rule that it is in. So a successful challenge there for Jonathan Winder. And another point for the Waves, another kill for Cole Hartke. So as it currently stands, 10 serving 8 here. And it will be Polomatz again. But a pass there by Greenwich. That set shoots to the middle, and Justin Todd was able to lace it off of the hands and out. So Justin Todd getting the start here tonight, C-Mac, the redshirt sophomore from Houston, graduate of Moanalua High School. Ofek Hazan got the start and played throughout that second night against BYU. Played well when he was inserted into the match midway through on the first night. What do you think about Charlie going back to Justin Todd here?
Well, JT was a little gimpy last week. He had some leg issues, so he wasn't his full self. So Hazan was a nice fit when he went in. But during the week, apparently JT's gotten healthier. So Charlie said, oh, we're going to go with him.
You were warning about perhaps seeing a few more instances of that pipe set. We saw it right there. Gomez lighting it on fire. Pass by Roar. Middle set, or a little low there for Jordan, so advantage here for the Waves. Bump set left side. This is Gomez. Gets the touch. And Pepperdine is up 3 here. 12 serving 9.
Sometimes it's disadvantageous to be as tall as Trey Rosenthal is. Tried to go over and get some high hands, and they got just that.
There's Barnett on the serve. And he sends it out, and that was kind of a Wade who was beyond the back line. He's trying to get out of the way. Pepperdine serve proving to be challenging here early on for Hawaii.
You know, Barnett hits the ball around. That was like 70, 75 miles an hour.
Rosenthal. It's a good pass there by Riley. Middle set. Not a full contact there. Save Greenwich. Right side, Wade. Sends it straight to the Terraflex. So that's the first kill for Kainoa.
Kainoa showing some of his versatility, not being just a cross-court guy from the right. He can go down the line easily. In fact, it's becoming one of his favorite shots.
Oh, and that service error gives it right back to Pepperdine. Well, that has been part of the storyline here for Hawaii, the opposite position. Christian Tatrisky, second-team All-American last year, was the primary oppo to start this season. Battled a little bit of back soreness along the way. Kainoa getting an opportunity as Trey Jordan smashes that one right to the middle of the floor. But Kainoa since has been playing so well and at such a high level that it has been incumbent on Charlie Wade to just keep riding the hot hand, and now we are told that Christian Tatrisky battling maybe a little bit of a quad issue in practice, and so he did not even suit up or warm up here tonight, and so makes them just a little bit less deep at the opposite position as a foot foul goes against Louis Sakanoko.
Well, they've got Finn Kearney if they want. He's pretty good.
I mean, there's also that.
It's an embarrassment of riches.
It really is. When you have Christian Tatrisky and Finn Kearney available on your bench, you know you got a deep roster. Hartke tried to unload, but into the net it goes. So a couple of service errors here for the Waves, 3 service errors for Hawaii. And Travell Jordan is now back behind the line. 6'10" sophomore from Mesa, Arizona. Transfer from Grand Canyon, where he was an all-MPSF honorable mention, an all-freshman team. D set, here's Hartke. Oh my word. That was some serious heat from Cole Hartke. Pepperdine gets the 15 first in the first. But the serves here of the Waves have made things a little difficult here for Hawaii. That one is lollipopped over. Middle set, and Justin Todd destroys it.
See why he's in the lineup, Kainoa?
Oh, and that's also why it is certainly a priority for opposing teams to serve a little tougher than that.
Yeah, exactly. And, he's got such great leaping ability, touching 12-4. There's a large window, easy to set that guy.
14 serving 15. Wade has been a consistent force behind the service line. Outside set, though, and it's Barnett again taking line and getting the kill. Barnett with 3 kills, no errors.
Maybe we'll start taking his line now. He's got 2 in a row and look pretty sharp.
Ethan Watson here to serve for Pepperdine. And he serves it long. We mentioned last year the Waves, 21 wins on the season. They finished 4th in the MPSF, but they won the MPSF tournament, 7th MPSF title. They beat UCLA and USC along the way, so an incredible run there. Went to the Final Four, lost to eventual national champ Long Beach State 3-1. And that was despite hitting .421 in that match, as Adrian Rohr is able to deliver an ace, and that is the first one for Hawaii here tonight, and we're even Steven at 16.
How do you lose if you hit .421? It's a pretty good Long Beach State team.
Yeah, they hit a little better than that. That's how it's done. I mean, just a crazy, crazy match. Another good serve by Rohr, forces the overpass played by Wade. Oh, and then the kick save by Todd, and then the block in the roof. Are you for real?
You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding. Give Justin Todd credit for that rally. He got the kick save. Watch the kick save right here. He's in the air, pops it up into the net, and I believe he gets the last block as well.
And then for a little added luster, Adrian Rohr deals another ace out of the... Adrian Rohr, 2 aces from behind the service line on this run. Out of the timeout, another good serve. Good pass, though, there by Watson. Hartke, oh, that was a diggable ball. And Rohr got eaten up a little bit by it, and he quickly covers his mouth in disbelief.
Disbelief and embarrassment. He knows it was an easy dig.
Meanwhile, another kill for Hartke. 4 kills on 7 swings. He's hitting .429.
Here comes a good server again.
Two-hand pass there by Rohr. Outside, Louis, big wind up, but the wall was put up by the Waves. Hartke jumping up next to Edey, and we're tied at 18.
I'll tell you one thing, in Pepperdine's historic, iconic years of volleyball, blocking has been one of their best things they've done.
And they're right there again, 4th in the country in blocks per set. Pass by Rohr is a pretty one. Middle set, Todd scrapes it off the block. Waves will play it back. Here's Hartke again, deep corner and down, and he is grooving at the moment. His 5th kill, and Pepperdine has scored the last 3. And that will prompt a Hawaii timeout. They actually provided us with our lays, so thank them very much for that. Pepperdine up 1 out of the timeout. Louis got dug up there by Polomats. High ball seconds to the right side, and it'll be played back by Hawaii after the touch over by Hartke. Here's Wade, and he was waiting to lay into one, and he caught that one in the sweet spot for his 2nd kill. He was hitting in the negatives prior to that, and we're tied again.
He was off to another slow start, as he was last week against BYU, and then he came back, played much stronger, and looks like he's going to try to do the same thing tonight. Start slow, finish strong.
10th tie here of this opening frame. Finn Kearney in to serve. What a serve it was. High ball left side. Hartke goes off the high hands.
Hartke with kill number 6. Only 1 error. Hitting over 500. He's the real deal.
Yeah. He is a Terminator by every definition of the term. 20 serving 19. Oh, that helps Hawaii's cause as Ryan Barnett sends it into the twine. And now Tread Rosenthal, the reigning, once again, Big West Conference Setter of the Week. 5th time he has earned that honor this year. 10th time he's earned it in his career.
So are they going to rename the award? Come on.
I mean, you could.
I hate to say it.
Big serve here. That pulls Polomats. Hartke off balance approach, hits it long, was awfully close, no touch up front. And are we going to get another challenge? We are. In real time, that looked awfully close to the end line. So this is going to be another interesting review as Jonathan Winder, knowing the importance of this point here, his 2nd challenge here of the evening. Won the NCAA championship back in '05, was the former National Player of the Year at Pepperdine. 4-time All-American setter. Played professionally for a bunch of years. Was also a head coach for the Fresno State women's program for a time before coming over to Pepperdine.
2007 National Player of the Year.
Yeah, a quick review, as you can imagine. And so Pepperdine takes the lead, 21-20. And now Aiden Toon enters in as the service sub here. 6'1", a redshirt junior out of Punahou. In his 4th year with the Pepperdine program, son of former UH and Pepperdine standout Rick Toon, of course, a long-time, a very successful head coach at Punahou. Good serve by Toon. Rosenthal tries to center it when the bump set. Sakonoko goes over a triple block and gets the kill. That was dynamic.
How did you do that? You got to take a look at the replay on that one. Great back bump set from Trent Rosenthal, but Sakonoko facing 3 blockers, pound away to get around them and down, or over them and down.
Third put down for Louis, and now he's behind the line to serve. 21 all. Oh, the toss was a little off. Pass there by Barnett. Against the grain, it's Hardkey, dug up by Rosenthal. Roar from off the court, hits it into the net. And Pepperdine gets the point.
It's scrambled by Hawaii. Roar wishes he had that swing back.
Hawaii hitting 269 now here in the first. Pepperdine at 357. This guy hitting 500 and now getting ready to serve, Cole Hardkey. Pass by Greenwich is a sweet one. Backside, here's Wade. Sends it out. They're going to call a touch, and he gets the kill. Hawaii gets the point. And we're tied again.
Kai Taylor for the game to do some serving, as did Aiden Toon for Pepperdine. Here comes Kai Taylor, cousin of Nikki Taylor, women's volleyball fame in Rainbow Wahine.
The good turns late. How about that sprawling pass by Barnett? Cross-court swing, diving save. Taylor on the Gomez hit, but Wade is blocked solo style by Gomez.
What a one-on-one block. Hit her with the advantage there, but Gomez just in the right spot. Good read, stepped into the court there, tapped it down. Great play.
So 23 serving 22, and it is Gomez, who one day hopes to play professionally. And look out!
Touch a ball! Ford Harmon comes in for him. He gets high fives all around. Ford's now in to pass and play some defense for him.
And Harmon, the transfer from Long Beach State, redshirted during that national championship year a season ago. Wade with a good serve. Cross court, it's Hardkey. From behind the line, he does it again.
He's on fire right now. Tough to stop him.
How about this set out of system? It is Barnett, one All-American to another.
We get 4 All-Americans returned on this team. Two ones who see the most action, though, the most kills, and Hardkey and Barnett.
This is Zach Chapin, 6'1", redshirt freshman from Manhattan Beach, California, out of Miracosta High School, in and back to serve. Brother Andrew, freshman setter at USC. And they're taking a little bit of time here to treat Louis Sakonoko. Looks like an upper thigh issue.
He was wearing a pad earlier. They went to dive, that pad fell off. So I think they're just replacing the pad he originally had on. I'm not sure what Wayne Lee is looking for in the back of the service line, but
maybe looking for if there was possibly any blood or even remnants of the pad.
Right.
So it's a low ball here for the Waves. And Chapin, who had to wait an extra beat here, will now get ready to serve. Pepperdine trying to strike first. Pass by Greenwich, going to be tight to the net. We got a joust up there, and it's won by Tread. Show on ESPN Honolulu last night, I asked Tread, so how tall are you officially? He's like, somewhere between 6'10" and 7 feet. Tall people are never that specific about their height, I think. Good serve there by Roar.
Nice pass
D
by
set,
Harmon.
here he is. Hardkey punched up in the air by Wade. Played off the net by Greenwich. And it is now on the Wave side, on the attack. Left side, Barnett. Blocked back, the cover there by Edie. Here's Barnett a second time. Pushes it through the block. The little push dink got the job done. Popped straight up in the air by War. Long run there for Rosenthal. Sets up Sakonoko off of one leg. Did he get the touch? Yes, he did. What a clutch play by Louis. The creativity once again on display, and we're tied at 25.
One-legged takeoff. Set was inside. There's the touch. Again, doesn't pay to be 6'11" all the time. I think Hartke got a piece of that.
Here's Justin Todd to serve. And he sends it out. That is the 4th service error for Hawaii in this first frame, and that one comes at a doozy of a time.
A couple of fighters just duking it out here.
Oh, man.
Point for point.
And the guy who got the serving started tonight, Ryan Barnett. Sends it long.
Almost pegs Kainoa away again.
Kainoa playing dodgeball back there. 26 all here in the first.
That was coming at 70 miles an hour.
And we're going to have a timeout signaled by Pepperdine. Everyone just trying to calm down a little bit. Catch your breath. We're in for what could potentially be a long night here. If this is any indication, what has been your impression of what we have seen here so far in this first frame?
Well, I love the offenses on both sides. Pepperdine's passing better than I thought they would. Fort Harmon in that last one really passed a really tough ball that Louis delivered. And it's going to become, I think, a battle of attrition, because I think the first team to break in passing is going to struggle. But right now, the two teams, one hitting 300, the other's Pepperdine hitting 364. So those are good numbers. And I think that the hitters are going to be really challenged tonight, because both teams have really good blocks. Hawaii's facing the biggest block they've faced all year. That's going to be challenging. But overall, you got to love the way, the kind of highlights they brought to us just in this first set alone.
Yeah, it's Tread Rosenthal to serve. Pass by Riley. Backside, it is Hartke. One-hand save there, Rosenthal. Greenwich, back bump set to Louis. Oh, he explodes on it, but a great dig by Riley. Played off the big screen above, and then Harmon is dug up by Tread. Cross-court bump set. Sakonoko was drifting. And the placement of the cross-court set by his fellow Frenchman, Adrian Rohr, was just a little too far outside of the pin for Louis to do anything with.
I know Wayne wondering why that set didn't go to him. He had the small blocker on the right side.
And so the 4th set point for Pepperdine, and it is James Edie. Floats it over. Backside, here's Louis. Blocked and roofed. Oh, it wasn't a small blocker on the other side that time. It was big old Cole Hardkey. And he puts his fingertips and prints.
One of those two guys who can get the ball pretty much every time.
And Hawaii hitting 212 in that first set compared to 343 for Pepperdine. And so certainly a bit of a paradigm shift from what we have seen efficiency-wise from Hawaii over the course of this 11-match win streak. Set 2, though, underway. Pepperdine way out of system. And Hawaii now on the attack. War sets up Sakonoko. 2 blockers up. He's blocked. The cover there by Greenwich. Now on the other side, it's Wade. And Hawaii just a little out of sync here. Outside, this is Barnett. And he's able to push dink it down again. And so you're seeing just some disjointedness for Hawaii right now. We saw it in spots in that first set and here on the opening point in set 2.
Greenwich made a nice cover there of the attacker, but then Hawaii just could not get a good swing on the next one.
Pepperdine, a 12-8 run to close out that first set. They were down, remember, 18-16. Hawaii had the advantage at that point. Backside, here's Louis. Goes off the block, and great effort there by Riley. Diving across the Terraflex to try to get the spatula underneath that one, but Sakonoko gets the kill.
The late forming block. Actually a gettable ball. If the blockers had known where it was, one of the two blockers could have gotten that.
Here's Sakonoko to serve. That one skips off the tape. Pass there by Riley. Back row, hanging and banging is Jose Gomez.
You can see why Gomez has won international awards of the best spiker in the tournament several times. He can hang and he can bang, as you said.
Has played with the Cuban national program. 2 serving 1. And Hawaii forced to just send a freebie over the net. Back row, Barnett is blocked and roved. Trey Jordan in the thick of things, turning it back.
Hawaii's doing a much better job, I think, of helping each other on the blocks. You have 3 blockers or 2.5 blockers there. And Pepperdine's starting to throw some new little shots by playing more picks out of the back row.
And maybe that one getting in the dome of James Eady just a tad. Tried to go wrist away. And he missed it wide, so point Hawaii, 3 serving 2.
Eady doesn't miss often. He's hitting .545 on the year.
Here he is again. The block was up by Justin Todd. Pepperdine still on the attack. Backside, Hartke off the block. It slowed it down that time. Middle set, Todd. So the resistance there for the Waves as well. Gomez, too powerful against the Hawaii proposed block.
Gomez has been the 0-2 hitter on the for Pepperdine. Has been a nice addition to take some pressure off of
Louis Sakonoko from the back row choosing violence.
Oh my goodness. No blockers up, open net. Louis takes advantage. Look out below.
6 kills for him. A pass by Riley on the Wade serve. Gomez blocked and roved. That is one of the more formidable blocking tandems that Hawaii has to offer. Fred Rosenthal and Justin Todd. Rosenthal's second block tonight. He has 38 on the year. And then the ace follows that up. Kainoa Wade with his 19th ace of the season. And Pepperdine's going to signal for a timeout. Hawaii looking for a set 2 bounce. 3, the early advantage here in the second frame for Hawaii. Losing in the first 28-26. Kainoa Wade on the serve. They go outside and a left-handed swing that time by Gomez. Hawaii will have a chance in transition. It's Wade from behind the line. The save by Riley. Now against the grain, Hartke. The hop, skip, and jump approach. 2-hand save Wade. High ball set to War. Off the hands, and now on the attack, it's the Waves. Back row, and a roof. Stuff block. Justin Todd telling Ryan Barnett, ole.
Justin Todd, great read that time. Great help by Adrian Rohr. And really tough for that swing by Barnett.
And the Manoa Roofing Company, they have shown up for their shift here in this second set. Another good serve there by Wade. Middle set, the block is up, and the block results in another roof. That time it was Ethan Watson who was victimized. 5 straight points for the Rainbow Warriors.
That time it's been Rosenthal in on that block. As you said, the hard hats are on.
Wade trying to keep the pressure on from the service line. Diving pass there, Barnett. Outside, Gomez puts an end to all of that, at least for the time being, with his 5th kill.
Gomez really swings hard, doesn't he? Every time, it's like 100%.
Yeah, they got some big-time bombers. There's no doubt about it. This guy included. Hartke took a little something off there. Rosenthal tried to touch it off of the block. Body's tumbling. Now Gomez. Laid up by Wade. Here's War against the double block. It slowed him down. Waves on the attack. D-set Hartke. Another rip. 5 serving 8. Down the line, handled by War. He gets the set on the outside, is blocked. Scramble time for Hawaii. Rosenthal gets a swing out of it. Now Gomez, 3 blockers up. It stays on the Wave side. Gomez, 2nd time, cross court and wide. No touch up front. And Hawaii gets the point.
Gomez scolding himself there, as he knew he only had 1 blocker up. All he had to do was keep the ball anywhere in the court.
Well, here's Adrian War. Some un-Adrian War-like numbers at the moment for him hitting-wise. Flat lining it at the moment. Back row, Barnett, the push touch. Past the diving attempt of Greenwich.
Barnett bringing out all the shots tonight. He's got the push dinks going on. He's got that really cut back down the line on the left side going on. Got the big.
Yeah, what a story he was last year. Came on so strong down the stretch in that fantastic run for Pepperdine all the way to the Final Four. Sakonoko was blasted off the hands and out for the Hawaii point. But getting back to Barnett, he started the season last year on the B side and then just steadily worked his way into a starting role. And next thing you know, he was in a lead role offensively for this team.
Hasn't given it up since, and he's now the captain.
JT. Good pass there, Gomez. Gets the set in the back row and plugs it through the Hawaii block. Gomez doing a little bit of everything here for Pepperdine.
Passing, playing defense, got a pretty good serve, except for the one that went to the 16th row in the bleachers, but other than that, it's been pretty good.
That would be the one blemish, yeah. A pretty loud one. Oh, an ace. Ethan Watson able to handcuff Louis there, and Pepperdine within 2. Hawaii led by as many as 5, and they were up 8-3. Crowd trying to urge on the home team here. Handled by Louis. Over on 2 goes Tread. And he gets his 3rd put down, and he will now serve 11 serving 8. But it just feels like Hawaii is kind of, pun unintended, treading water here at the moment. It doesn't seem like things are in a real finely tuned rhythm, at least so far in this match.
Exactly. They just got aced by a guy, Watson, who's only got 2 aces all year long.
Yeah, on a float jump. There it is. The off speeder from Ryan Barnett. That changeup has been wicked. So here is Polomonts now to serve. Spent 2 years at Purdue Fort Wayne in the MIVA. Came down to play in this arena back in 2024, if you recall. As the serve misses wide to the near side. Polomonts also that same year, 2024, had a career best 63 assists. That was against Ball State. Of course, the head coach at the time for Ball State was one Donan Cruz.
That's right.
Now an assistant with Hawaii. 12 serving 9. Some smoke from Sakonoko. Hartke from the left side. Diving save, Tread. Here's Sakonoko from the back row. How did he do that?
Well, I think that was the obligatory highlight reel of the night. He gets at least 1 per night, doesn't he, Kanoa? Look at this one. Great save right there by Rosenthal. And Louis catching the defense off guard. He goes over and says hi to the fans in the first row, as only he can do. Oh my goodness.
Well,
King
Louis has become a bit of a nickname that has caught on. Yeah, King Louis, the 23rd, I guess, because he wears number 23. That would be great if there were 22 more of them, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
13 serving 9. Oops, that one over the net. And middle set, Greenwich with the save. Long run for Sakanoko, but he's able to get there. And now a very easy free pass over the net. Middle set goes to Edie. Diving save, Louis. Greenwich pops it straight up for Roar. Hits it right into that block. Here's Hartke off the bump set. He's blocked, punched up by Polomats. Cross court, Barnett pushes it through the block. Now it's Roar, just has to send it over again. Long rally here. Backside Barnett, the tip works again. I don't remember the last time he took a full crack at it.
How about in the middle of this rally, watch Louis Sakanoko right there, left hand, popping it up. He's got the broken pinky on his left hand that gives up his body anyway. And here's Barnett. He's a senior. He knows where all the open spots are on the court. He's gotten better and better each year. As we said earlier, a better leader now. He's a captain. And
just casually going about his business here tonight.
He's very businesslike. He really is.
Louis Sakanoko getting down to the business of wiping up the floor. Checking on that upper thigh, and it looks like the padding or whatever was put on there has come off again. So 10 serving 13. Here's Barnett. And it's an ace. And again, Louis looks like he has an abrasion there on the upper thigh. And so he, when diving for that serve, landed on top of that and now is looking at it and is going to need to get that looked at again. I'm sure there are some people in the arena that aren't fully minding that Louis is forced to raise his shorts in such a manner. And now some of his teammates, maybe hearing some of the oohs and ahs, decide to help out and say, hey, look, this isn't that kind of show here, folks.
Oh, it's funny. That is funny, Oh, my.
But you can imagine, right, if you are dealing with something like that, the old strawberry, right, the abrasion on the side of your leg on that hip, and she wishes she had X-ray glasses right now. But you can understand how that would become a pretty significant hindrance, especially for a guy who's always on the floor.
Yeah, yeah, he's always falling on that part of his body.
Oh, Louis. A fan favorite for a multitude of reasons. 11 serving 13 here out of that little pause. And it's Ryan Barnett. Passed by Louis on one knee. Setup goes to Wade. Punched up in the air by Riley. Riley with 7 digs now. Touch over by Gomez. Snipped out there by Rosenthal. Wade gets a full swing out of it. Does he get a touch? No touch is called. It goes long, and I think the Hawaii players are wondering if that should be challenged, and Charlie Wade is going to challenge it. And so Wayne Lee will take a look at this. Well, we've had a slew of challenges already here in this one. And you expect that when you have such a competitive battle like what we've had here to this point.
I think the Warriors are finding themselves in about as tough a match as they've had all year long. I think they're even more, more challenged even when they lost to Chicago, Loyola Chicago. Hard to tell on that one right there. This Pepperdine team is giving them all they can handle.
Well, there could also be a look here, and I think maybe the challenge might even involve a net violation against Pepperdine there on that exchange. So, yeah, a little hard to tell all the way down to the other pin there from the net cam, but maybe there's something of another angle that can help tell the story here. Oh, and they are going to call the net. They are going to say that there was a visible net there. And so Hawaii gets the point. And right now, these coaches on fire when it comes to these challenges. So 14 serving 11, and Adrian Rohr getting ready to serve. That ends up being the 4th kill for Kainoa Wade. And Hawaii trying to make sure that they are in the right rotation. It was Adrian Rohr getting ready to serve, but then they correct that, and now it's Travell Jordan. He played in the MPSF last year at GCU, so he's familiar certainly with the Pepperdine Waves. Just taps it over. Set goes backside. Hartke block, slowed him down that time. Rosenthal in transition. Back row Sakonoko. And it's dug up there by Riley. Here's Hartke again. Cross court. Really good here tonight. 7 kills hitting .333. Two-hand pass there by Louis. Rosenthal goes back row. Here's Louis. Took a little something off. Diving save Polomox. And a free chance here for Hawaii. Outside Rohr, blocked and roofed. The crowd thought it was a questionable touch initially from Cole Hartke. They wanted to call on that. That was not a whistle that came, and then Hartke, little insult to injury from the fans' perspective, ends up getting the roof.
Yeah.
Rosenthal backside. Here's Wade, blocked and roofed. A solo denial by Jose Gomez, and Pepperdine has cut the deficit down to 1.
The set's drifting a little bit closer to the net, close to that big Pepperdine block. Maybe the set needs to be drifting more off the net so they can use the block a little bit more.
Here's
like
Wade again. Yeah, that time able to get a bigger swing. Was able to avoid that block. Those are the first 2 blocks in this second set for Pepperdine. And now Kainoa Wade to serve. Had a good run earlier. Puts it to the near side and wide.
Hawaii still waiting for Adrian Rohr to return to his form right now, hitting -111. 2 kills, 3 errors. Not like Adrian.
15 serving 16. It's Hartke. And that's an ace. Oh, that was filthy. And just like that, Pepperdine has tied things up. Hawaii led by as many as a handful here earlier in this second frame. That was a dart.
Well, you know, you got to remember, Hartke is 6'11". He touches 12'4". So if he makes a good contact point from around the service line, he can almost be hitting it down.
Yeah, that's true. He is a big dude. And it's an overpass. Big advantage here for the Waves. Riley gonna bump set Gomez. 3 blockers up, and it doesn't matter. They come at you in waves, don't they? Pepperdine now up a point. And hold him on 16 attempts, 2 errors, hitting .375. It is a 6-1 scoring run here for Pepperdine, and Hartke out of the timeout trying to keep the pressure on. Rosenthal sets it outside to Rohr. One-hand save Barnett, and it goes over the net. What a save there by Riley. Rohr a second time, and he makes sure on that.
Adrian Rohr finally back to 0-0-0, back to flatlining it with that kill.
Yeah, meanwhile, the hitting percentage is a little bit different here so far for the Hawaii hitters. They have been in such an astronomical level as the serve by Rohr goes out. And there's just a little bit of a calibration issue right now, you feel, for Adrian Rohr. You have Sakonoko leading the way, 8 kills, hitting .294. Kainoa Wade and Adrian Rohr, they're both below 100. As you mentioned, Rohr triple zeros. And A little bit off from the service line as well.
And they're used to hitting 450, Kainoa and Adrian are.
Pass by Greenwich. Middle set, and it is Justin Todd who gets rejected. And right now the Pepperdine block making his presence felt. Ethan Watson that time on the denial.
The pass was so good. I think Watson knew that he was going to commit, because he knew that that set was going to go to the middle.
Gomez on the serve. Rosenthal going to go D-set, a little off the mark. Stutter step approach there for Wade. Advantage Waves. Here's Hartke cross court. Wade able to keep it up. Joust above the tape. Stays on the Waves side. Bump set. Here's Barnett. 3 blockers up. Hovers above the net again, and Barnett is able to push it by the Hawaii hands. And Pepperdine has snatched control of this second frame. A second set that saw Hawaii lead by as many as 5. Timeout, Rainbow Warriors. What has happened in your opinion here? Why has Pepperdine been able to flip the script so profoundly here in this second set?
I think I think you mentioned it earlier. I think that Pepperdine's 3 pin hitters are hitting for a better percentage than Hawaii's pin hitters. Hawaii has 2 of the 3 pin hitters barely hitting 100, and that will cause all kinds of problems as far as siding out is concerned and trying to get points. So not as much termination by Hawaii's hitters for sure.
All right, let's check in once again with Ryan. What's up?
Hey, thanks, Kono. Well, here on the Hawaii sideline, there is a lot of talk, obviously, with the Hawaii coaches and as well as the players just trying to figure out what Pepperdine is doing. A lot of it, though, Hawaii is saying it's all of us. It's all on our side of the net. Assistant coach Donan Cruz spending a lot of time in the last 3 timeouts really trying to talk to the team just about basics and really about the serve receive of Hawaii, which is kind of broken down right now, trying to get Hawaii's passers to do a better job of reading the serve of Pepperdine and moving their feet to get themselves in better position in order for Hawaii to run a more fluid offense. Charlie Wade also taking a lot of time to talk to his setter, Tread Rosenthal, where Hawaii's also getting frustrated with their wing blockers, saying that their right side blockers, which is Kainoa Wade and Tread Rosenthal, have to do a better job, especially on Gomez, on that left side and just staying low and tight. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, work in progress, it sounds like, here for Hawaii, trying to make the appropriate adjustments here against Pepperdine. Pepperdine, meanwhile, on a 9-2 scoring run. They have had 3 separate mini scoring runs here over the course of that span.
Pepperdine's had 3 service aces in this set to Hawaii's 1. That's another difference between the 2 teams.
20 serving 17. And a much-needed service error from the Hawaii vantage point. And Finn Kearney now heads in off the bench to serve.
He's overdue to initiate a rally, don't you think?
Yeah, have one of those sort of patented Finn service runs. They could use it here. Into the net it goes.
So difficult to come in cold like that. Very difficult.
And here is Aiden Toon again into the match.
Coach Winder says he's first one in the gym, last one to leave.
And there's his dad, Rick, who has coached Punahou to 13 state titles. Outside, Louis up the elevator shaft. The cover there off the block by Wade. Trey Jordan lays the lumber. And Hawaii again with a much-needed side out and point. 19 serving 21. Tread Rosenthal will try to rev the engine here from behind the line. You know, it was good to see Rick Toon walking in. You can understand wearing his Pepperdine polo.
That's right. That's right. Started in Hawaii, finished at Pepperdine.
That's right.
He could have worn a bi-colored shirt.
Well, I mean, his son does play for Pepperdine.
Oh, that's true,
so.
that's true.
19 serving 21. That's an overpass. Wade going to try to finish the deal. It's kept up off the floor by Hartke. Sent over free ball style. Greenwich had to put on his track shoes. From the back row, Roar is blocked. Louis will take a swing, and he slam dunks it past the block. And Pepperdine, they want a call on that. They felt like he palmed that volleyball.
Winder was up off the bench.
I mean, you saw
Building
almost...
mild-mannered Winder. He's not happy with that call.
Yeah, you saw almost the entirety of the Pepperdine coaching staff. And that looks like he had that hand on the ball for an extra nanosecond or two. What do you think, C-Mac?
Yeah, definitely. No question. So, Polomaz that time took his arms down, didn't want to get tooled by Louis, which allowed Louis to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer. Louis was ready for a joust.
And you can quite clearly see and understand what Jonathan Winder is upset about.
This is non-reviewable particular play. You can't challenge that.
Well, what he's also going to challenge, I think the way he can get around this, the challengeable part of that is a net violation against Louis, and it looked like his thumb did make contact.
I think Winder's going to go 3 for 3 in challenges.
Take a look at that right thumb of Louis. Followed through maybe just a little too much for his own good, because there it is.
Yep.
You can see just that subtle contact, but contact for sure.
That's going to put Pepperdine up 22-19.
I guess if you're Hawaii and you're trying to focus in on the silver lining here, you can say that this has clearly not been your A-game night. Certainly not by comparison to what we saw 5 out of 7 sets against BYU last week.
Right.
They go to extra points in set 1 despite losing there. Here they are. It requires this reversal for Hawaii to go down 2 here in this second set. And so they're still very much in this thing, despite playing in fairly erratic fashion here. So with that reversal, it actually makes it 22-19 Pepperdine. So a 3-point differential. And you saw the reaction of Jonathan Winder. He's into this thing.
Yeah.
Polomaz on the serve. Rosenthal sends it outside. It's Wade off the block. Sliding save. Hartke goes down to the Terraflex. Roll shot by Barnett will be played back. Here's Wade. 2-hand push through the block and down. Hawaii is improvising. They are ad-libbing. They are throwing everything against the wall right now to try to see if they can hang in here in this second set.
Great save there by Hartke. Big 6'11" guy going down, and there's kind of a Wade, as you said, improvising. Hawaii just not in sync right now offensively.
Louis with a great serve. Pepperdine will send it over. Free ball style. Chance for Hawaii. Middle set, Jordan. And Hawaii is within 1.
Javale Jordan, tough to stop. Hadn't made a mistake yet. 3 kills, no errors.
And that provides a cue for the crowd. And Jonathan Winder not wanting to give the crowd any extended time to get further involved. He signals immediately for another timeout. Let's check in once again with Ryan Kalei-Suji. Ryan.
Hey, thanks, Kuno. Well, here on the Hawaii sideline, Charlie Wade talking again about this blocking, especially on that right side. He is not happy with the way that Hawaii is drifting over and not getting their hands across the net. Primarily this whole set, he's really been addressing that blocking on the Pepperdine side. Ryan Barnett has really been leading the timeout. The senior outside hitter has really just elevated his game, not only on the court, but off the court, proving to be a leader, motivating his team every time out, also talking to them about what he's seeing on the sideline as well as on the court. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Well, for what it's worth, hitting percentage-wise, Hawaii with the advantage in this second set, 206 to 143. A little bit of an advantage in blocks, 4.5 to 3. Give a slight edge in digs to Pepperdine, and Pepperdine also with 3 aces to Hawaii's 1. But here we are, 1-point differential. Set 2, just like set 1, C-Mac, up for grabs.
What's interesting is that both teams' defenses have figured out the other team's offense. Hence, the low hitting percentage, 143 and 206. Those are astronomically low.
Cole Hartke, 9 kills, hitting .304. Also has an ace, 3 digs, and 3 blocks. He's filling up the stat sheet. And now Louis Sakanoko to serve in a big spot here. Hawaii trying to avoid going down 2-0. And he sends it well beyond the end line. The lead now is 2 for the Waves. He went for it.
He really has to have the perfect toss, to hit that hard. When he does get that imperfect toss, he's got to take a little bit off and keep it in play.
Here's Barnett. Pass by Greenwich is on the money. Backside Wade. Able to send it right down the alley.
Perfect pass allowed for a good offense. Rosenthal able to give a one-on-one for Wade on the outside. Middles go up with Travell Jordan.
Well, you talk about the difficulty of being a service sub in this situation. Here is now Kai Taylor's turn. Called upon here. High leverage moment. And another service error for Hawaii. They have come in some bad spots here in this match. So Aloha ball here for Pepperdine, and now Zach Chapin will come in as a service sub. The southpaw will try to close the deal here. Golden opportunity for the Waves to take a 2-0 advantage. It took them 4 attempts at set point in the first. Pass by Louis. Rosenthal sets up Wade. Down the...
Kind of shocking in a way.
So Wade served first out of the break. D set here is Wade, and that set was just a little off the mark there. It was a long broad jump for Wade, but the block is able to cover up the mistake. As you had 3 Hawaii blockers up there to return it to sender.
Hawaii will have to find other ways to get points other than points from their pin hitters, because it's just not happening.
So Hawaii strikes first in the third. Here's Rosenthal. Set goes outside. Hartke from the left side. Tried to take line. Missed it wide. And Hawaii goes up 2. Remember, Hawaii led by as many as 5 in that second set. They were also up 15-11 before Pepperdine would go on a 9-2 run to take a 20-17 lead. And then there was that big challenge late, if you recall, that gave Pepperdine the 22-19 advantage. And it would have been a 1-point set at that moment had that call not been reversed. And this is going to be an out ball, and that's going to be another Hawaii point. So Tread Rosenthal with the ace, and that is career ace number 100. So a nice little milestone there for Tread.
And done in just 2.5 years.
Yeah, not too shabby. The all-time aces record is certainly within reach as that serve goes long. You know, it was funny, we ran into Tread's mom, Lindsay, prior to the match, and she told us that Tread forgot to leave her a ticket. And so she was outside, Tread's mom, ticketless. And fortunately, there was some very sweet woman whose name was Virginia. She told us, she's like, I didn't even get her name, but she showed us the ticket. Virginia had an extra ticket. I guess they got to drumming up a conversation. She said, oh, do you know anybody on the team? She's like, yeah, my son is the setter. Gave Lindsay the ticket, and so she's in here spending the evening with Virginia. And thank you, Virginia, for being such a wonderful person.
Great story.
Middle set, and that one put down by James Eady.
Eady, known as one of the most vocal on the team, most competitive middle blocker in the country, says Coach Winder. Infectious energy.
Yeah, says he kind of has a whole game type of approach to the middle position. He's not just hanging around in the middle. Wade, that was good contact there for Kainoa. We'll see if that gets him going here. 8 kills for him. And either way you slice it, a good reminder, maybe learning experience for Kainoa. He's going to have to learn how to play through some of these kinds of nights where it's just not in rhythm for him. Maybe the hookup with the setter is a little bit out of sync. And he's going to find a way to fight through that. Here he is again on the setup from Sakonoko, and he's able to go off of a triple block and out. So Kainoa Wade now showing some signs of life here. 9 kills for him. He's the top hitter at the moment for Hawaii.
So Hawaii now, everything they touch is turning to gold. All the broken plays. Look at this dig there by Tread Rosenthal.
Middle set, and that's going to be a kill for Ethan Watson.
By the way, Rosenthal leads the team in digs right now with 8. Go figure. It's supposed to be either an outside hitter or maybe the barrel.
And ironically, or maybe not ironically, the setter on the other side, Andre Polamons, he's leading Pepperdine in digs. And that's an out ball. And so the Waves, a couple of self-inflicted wounds here early in the third. It's 7-3. Hawaii in a must-win situation here in set 3 to try to prolong this match. Down 0-2. Hawaii had only lost 6 sets all season coming into tonight. Middle set, there's the dig there by Rohr. Here's Wade from behind the line. He got a touch, and it might have been a net violation as well. And so Hawaii gets to the point. Again, the set was a little close to the net. Wade had to leap.
3 kills, hitting 750.
Here's Gomez dug up by Rohr. Sakonoko cross-court bump set, gonna have a joust up there, and Tread Rosenthal goes King Kong on that joust.
Hawaii perfect on their offense so far in set number 3. Winning, how about 800?
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly looking aesthetically beautiful. But right now up 9-3, and that one just ricochets out of play. And I guess they'll take it any way they can get it at this point here, down 0-2.
Hawaii's 11th service error of the night. We go along with 4 service aces.
There's Gomez, and that goes out. Not quite as out as what we saw earlier, but out nonetheless.
I know, I've been doing this a long time. I don't know if I've seen a ball hit further out on the serve than the one that Gomez hit. But seriously, it was like row 14 or something.
That was pretty all-time. Pass there by Barnett. Diving save there, Sakonoko against the green. It's Wade through the block. Pancake save, Riley. Here's Hartke, dug up by Wade. So Rosenthal bump set to Rohr. Rips it off the hands. There's Riley again. Now on the other side, Barnett off the hands and out, and Pepperdine wins a lengthy one.
This pancake dig there by Riley, I'm sorry. And there's the end of the play. Justin Todd just a little late getting out there.
Riley from Cypress, Texas. Second year with Pepperdine. Was second team All-American last year as that serve goes into the net. Riley, who got to Pepperdine after a couple of years at Concordia Irvine. So he has spent his whole career there in the MPSF. Hawaii up 11-5 here.
He also played for Spike and Serve back in the day.
That's right. Played some club volleyball down here in the islands. High ball set. Here is Hartke. Oh, he put everything he had into that one. And Sakonoko, you can see he was guarding the end line behind the end line.
Yeah.
So 6 serving 11. And the way this Pepperdine team has served here tonight, no lead feels safe. Rohr able to keep it in play, and then Wade drops it down in the basket.
I told you, everything in this third set is turning to gold for Hawaii. Every time they touch it, seems to go their way, including this high looper to Area 1. Kainoa Wade would kill number 4 in this set.
And he has gotten some kills in very unorthodox fashion. That was about as crazy a put down as we have seen here yet tonight. 12 serving 6, and now Grant Lamore, 6'10" redshirt freshman from Clemens, North Carolina, on the floor. Good scramble here outside. It's Roar unloads, and Hawaii continues playing a pretty version of volleyball, at least by their standards. They're up 13-6 here in the third. Outside, here's Hartke, cross court, laser.
He came just tearing in from the outside. Block couldn't get over fast enough. They're going too wide. Although, you know what? Sometimes it doesn't make any difference with him. He'll just go over any block.
I mean, he is just trying to crush the volleyball each and every time. Back row, Louis. Block, able to get a good chunk there. So Riley bumps at Hartke. 3 blockers up. He got blocked. Gets his own cover. Down the line is Rosenthal to save. High ball set. Wade. 3 blockers against him. Sliding save by Barnett. Riley back bump set. Going to be tight to the net. Hartke got blocked. Hartke, little pirouette move. Got blocked and roofed. Kainoa Wade. Able to wave the finger.
Pretty big front row right now by Pepperdine. They got Lamore and Hartke up front. 6'11" and 6'11".
14 serving 7. Roar putting a little extra sauce on that serve. Lamore, 2-hand save there by Greenwich. Here's Louis, 2 hands it over. Good read there by Riley. From the back row, Barnett said, forget about the soft touch stuff. I'm going to grip it and rip it, and that's what he did.
Senior captain just unloaded in the back row attack. No blocker up.
Float serve over. Here is Jordan, got blocked. Hawaii trying to keep it alive, but Greenwich sends it across. Backside, Hartke. Dug up by Rosenthal. Louis gonna try to set up cross court to Wade, and he makes it work. Oh, what a play by Sakonoko. Hudson able to find Travell Jordan a little high on the platform there. Nothing that Jordan could do on that save. So 9 serving 15. Hawaii trying to extend this match. Cole Hartke to serve. Oh, look at that pass by Louis. Down to his knees. Rosenthal sets up Sakonoko. Lamore off of the block ricochet. He gets blocked. Great cover by Riley. Hartke from behind the line. Tread able to pop it up in the air. War sets up Wade against a double block. And Kainoa Wade has entered the unstoppable zone here in the third.
How did he get through this block? Block was pretty well formed. You see 4 hands across there. I think it went a little OTT there. Reaching high.
He is up to 13 kills. He leads everybody on the court. He's hitting .276.
And 6 of his 13 kills have been in this set alone.
Back row. Barnett unleashes. Maybe a little bit of uncertainty as to whether or not that was an out ball. I think Charlie Wade considering a challenge here. And he is. It was called in. So Hawaii hitting .500 so far, error-free here in the third, but we saw them relinquish a 5-point advantage in the second set. And what we have also seen, some pretty significant swings in the momentum that have gone towards Pepperdine by virtue of some of these challenges. Usually it has been them challenging and winning. In this case, it's Hawaii trying to challenge, and I'm not sure if this is going to go Charlie's way here. On the other side, Pepperdine hitting .208 here in the third.
Hawaii hitting .500. Big difference in the offenses so far.
This is the 82nd meeting between these two programs. As they go all the way back to their days when they were both in the MPSF. You can even extend that further back when they were both in the California Intercollegiate Volleyball Association when they first met in 1981.
By the way, did you know they're getting a new gym next year?
They are getting a new gym.
Last year, Firestone, Hawaii's going to get to play in that gym.
Yeah, so Firestone Fieldhouse, which has been their home for now 56 years, also dons the name, the Marv Dunphy Court, named after legendary Pepperdine head coach Marv Dunphy, who still remains a head coach emeritus and actually has a desk right next to Jonathan Winder. They said he said they talk every day. But they're moving into what is called the Mountain at Mullen Park. It's a 3,600 capacity new facility. It is going to open somewhere in late December of the 2026-27 athletic year. And so it will house basketball and volleyball. And yes, Hawaii is scheduled to play up there at Pepperdine. And so they'll be able to get a taste of that new facility. It's said to be state-of-the-art. You got a four-sided video screen, and it sounds like it is going to be a pretty fantastic place for Pepperdine to host sporting events.
VIP suites, very, very fancy.
And how about that? After the challenge goes Pepperdine's way, and a failed challenge by Charlie Wade, a service ace by Grant Lamore. I mean, just dotted that one on the far side. And Pepperdine creeping back in.
Lamore has been injured. Only was cleared recently to play.
Good pass there by Greenwich. Outside Louis. 1-on-1. And he lays the smack down.
Well, one of the things that Hawaii, if they're going to be successful tonight against Pepperdine, is they've got to stop any kind of runs that Pepperdine makes, because Pepperdine had that good run at the end of the second set and made a big difference in winning.
17 serving 11. Kanoko that time got it in. Outside. Barnett dug up there by Wade. Louis sets up Wade. And his hot streak continues. He is sizzling right now.
Right away, just on fire. Here's a great dig to start it all off. Gets a set back from Louis and goes inside the block. They thought he was going to hit line, which he often does in that case. This time, cross court.
Oh, Louis went for it. Great job by Pepperdine just to give themselves a chance, but they're not able to return it. And it's an ace for Louis Sakanoko. And that was some serious fire from the line.
This is the kind of service pressure that Jonathan Winder was worried about, because his team has not played well when they've had a lot of service pressure on them and they have passed poorly.
19 serving 11. Take something off that time. Barnett with the pass. D set. And that one finds the corner. Hartke gets his 13th foot down.
Hartke really strong the first set. 8 kills and 15 drives. Second set slowed down a little. He hit 0, 1 kill, 1 error. And then the third set, he was just recently flatlining it as well, but that one took him over the flat line.
Here's Aiden Toon once again in to serve. Rosenthal going to send it out to the far pin, and that's Adrian Rohr. And is Adrian Rohr going to be able to find some rhythm and some traction here? That's his 5th kill. He's into positive numbers, and it is starting to look a little like what we are more used to here from this group of pin hitters.
Exactly, especially after last Friday's performance against BYU, where they were almost perfect, flawless volleyball.
Justin Todd on the serve. In the middle set, the net slowed it down. Outside, it's War, blocked and roofed. Edie able to get a good chunk of that, jumping up next to Polomats.
Yeah, that was a really good block. Rohr took a nice swing, but it was just a better block. Well-formed, tight, took away his line.
That was actually all Polomots. He got the gist of that. 13 serving 20. Back row. And Sakonoko goes nuclear again.
I think Louis is calling for more sets. And you know what? Tread knows when to find the hot hitter and where to find them.
21 serving 13. Down the line it goes. Hartke able to pop it up. He'll get the set on the left side. 3 blockers up. How about that guardianship of the back line? And then Louis from the back row. The cover there by Greenwich. Pump set goes to Roar by the block and down.
Now that is more vintage Hawaii volleyball, where the outside hitters are putting down that broken play. Nice cover by Greenwich. Lou with the back bump set and Roar finishing.
Hawaii hitting 522 here in the third, compared to 172 for Pep. 22 serving 13. Back row, and Lamore. Man, he has a bright future. 6'10", rangy. 2-time AAU All-American, 3-time JVA All-American, averaging 2.6 kills and hitting .377 this season. No service error there for Barnett. And Hawaii closing in here on extending this match.
I wonder how many more times this year we're going to see 2 6'10" guys on each side play each other. Very rare.
Now Adrian Roar to serve. It's a good one. Another great pass by Riley. Back row, and Barnett again tried to go with the soft touch, but that time sent it into the net, and it's aloha ball here in the third. Hawaii trying to just avoid the sweep. That's step number 1. Now many in the stands standing up here. And that one sails long, but it remains aloha ball.
Adrian knew there were 9 more chances per set point, so no problem to take a chance.
You can bust out the driver, as Charlie Wade refers to it, when you're up by that much.
Daniel Devine in the game.
Back to serve. Rosenthal back set. It's Wade off the hands. What a cover there. Going down to the floor. Hartke. But then Hawaii says, oh, no, you don't. And the Rainbow, see if they can push it to a 5th. Well, they got a long way to go here. Set 4 about to be underway. Rosenthal with a good serve. Great pass there, Barnett. D set, Hartke. And now Pepperdine goes right back to work. And when in doubt, go to the big fella, number 10, and Hartke delivers. 13 kills for him.
Hartke's been kind of cooling off in the second, third sets. Hit 0 and then hit like 100. Now all of a sudden he unloads on that hit. Wow.
And too hot to handle even for Greenwich, who has 8 digs. By the way, Tread Rosenthal season high 10 digs for him. Back row, there's Louis. And that Vic has been very active here for Hawaii in the last set plus.
It's a tough set to block because you have to block the middle attacker in the front row and block the middle attacker coming out of the back row.
Roar loops it over. Pass a little tight to the net. One hand set. Ricochets around on the Hawaii side, and a free chance here for Pepperdine. Outside, Hartke. Dug up over the net by Roar and out.
Is Hartke now going to take over?
That seems to be the indication early.
He's just unloading, hitting laser beams out there.
37 attempts now for Hartke, 14 kills. Pass by Greenwich is a good one. Oh, the middle set way too low there for Travell Jordan. And he hits it into the twine. So 3 serving 1. Positive start here for Pepperdine. Missed opportunity there for Hawaii on what was a good pass by Greenwich. Outside, Louis against a double block, and he tools it. Sakonoko already into double figures in kills. He has 12 to go along with 7 digs, couple of blocks.
Houston's had a good all-around game. Pretty steady passing tonight. Great back row defense.
Oh, Pepperdine out of system. Gomez from off the net, and he makes it work. Finds the smallest of seams there in the Hawaii block. That was amazing.
The Hawaii block was not pressing over the net. They left just enough room for Gomez to fit the ball there.
I mean, that was like throwing a key into a keyhole.
Yeah.
Middle set, oh boy. Bouncing it is Justin Todd.
We'll see if these two offenses start to line it up a little more. Now the passing seems to be better on both sides.
There's Kainoa Wade. Good serve. That's going to be an overpass, and it's blocked. Fred Rosenthal goes off of Polomots, but it falls down on the Hawaii side of the net. And they're going to say it was a back row attack to sell the fact that he was still down on the ground with his hands raised. But yeah, once you leave, you're considered challenging on the block, and that would be a violation as a back row player.
Nice pass by Riley.
Back row. There he is again. It's 5-3 Pepperdine. Yeah, I would say what you're hinting towards is what to watch for here. Buckle up for some heavy Cole Hartke. Heavy dosage of Cole Hartke.
Artillery.
Yeah, that too.
These are no longer RPGs he's sending out. They're bombs.
We're trying to figure out the score here. 5-4, I believe, is what the score should be. There's some confusion after that point reversal. And it says 5-3 in the arena, thus on our lower third graphic. But I think they should correct that to Hawaii with 4, Pepperdine with 5. This is supposed to be the easiest part of this whole thing. It's just keeping track point by point, but it can get a little murky as we have seen here.
Yeah. Derek Inouchi, the sports information director for men's volleyball over there, making sure that the score is right.
We have our statistician, Carrie Ambrosic, who is very confident in saying that it should be 5-4. And if Carrie's saying it, there she is, former Rainbow Wahine setter. If she's saying that that's the right score, it's the right score.
They heard her. They just changed it, Kanoa.
That's right. They should just ask her.
Yeah.
We could speed this whole thing up. So here we go. Everything seems to be in order. And it's Hartke getting ready to serve for Pepperdine. We're in the 4th. Waves up 2-1. And a service error there for Hartke.
You wonder, Kanoa, the match goes on longer and longer. Hartke's already had 38 swings. Who knows how many times he's had to jump from behind the line and serving. That condition might be an issue.
Here's Louis. Made sure he got it in. Back row, Barnett. You load up on Hartke, you keep an eye on him, and then all of a sudden they just go to their first team All-American from a year ago, Ryan Barnett.
Also their captain and leader.
Here's Gomez, another guy you got to worry about Outside, it's War. And tried to go high hands there. Did not get a piece of the block. And so an out ball there for War. That's his 5th hitting error to go along with 6 kills.
Very unusual for a guy who's been hitting 400 most of the year, coming down to earth.
Yeah, 437 on the season coming in. Entered this match 6th in the NCAA in hitting percentage. Gets dug up there by Riley. Cross court, it's Hardkey. What a set that was. Barnett to Hardkey. That was something special.
It really was a great set. I give him a lot of credit for that. Bit of a side set there. Puts it up, no spin, right on the money. Hardkey beats 3 blockers.
Pepperdine's bench getting a little bit of a warning there from the officials as they made their way a little too close to the court. Back row, Louis off the hands and out. And so right now a steady dose of Louis Sakanoko seems to be the prescription for Hawaii. 13 kills now for him at 6 serving 8. Yeah, you talk about Adrian Rohr and the hot streak he's been on. Has hit 500 or better in 3 of the previous 4 matches coming into tonight.
That's why this is such a surprise tonight.
Jacob Riley's been doing a heck of a job in serve receive. Hardkey had to take a little something off, dug up by Todd. D-set Wade. And that was a missile.
Yeah. Riley in the back row, there's a great dig by Justin Todd. Watch Riley in the back row. He's lined up correctly, but just can't handle it. That thing arrived way too fast.
7 serving 8. Another great pass, Riley. Here's Hardkey, blocked and roved. Adrian Rohr next to Travell Jordan putting up the stop sign.
After a slow start in the 4th set, Hawaii finally brings it back to even.
Showing some grit here. See the blocking comparison. Can Todd keep the pressure on? So Pepperdine jumps back in front. I think the service errors for Hawaii now up to 13. It's not just the amount, it's also when they have occurred. Pass by Louis. Outside, here's Rohr. 1-on-1. And a good decision that time by Rosenthal to set things up for his outside pin hitter.
Exactly right. Kanoa had Tread tried to tip that ball over or get in a joust Rohr up front. I don't think he would have been as successful as setting outside to Rohr.
Well, here is Tread Rosenthal. Forces an overpass. It'll be played by Jordan. Rosenthal goes backside to Wade, and he detonates, and Hawaii jumps in front.
That served by Rosenthal. It was an overpass, just like getting an ace, basically. Because Hawaii should convert those free balls at a fairly high clip, 80, 85% or better.
Hawaii leading for the first time here in the 4th. Another service error.
Again, that toss was not great. I don't think he liked it either. He pulled up the pitching wedge instead of the 3-wood.
Now the other setter, Polamos to serve. Greenwich on the first touch. Backside, it's Rohr, cross court and wide. And again, the calibration has just been a little off tonight here for Adrian Rohr. As Pepperdine reclaims the lead, 11 serving 10. Long run here for Rosenthal, goes against the grain, back to Rohr. And how about Tread showing a little trust in Adrian.
Yeah, they call that a repeat. You know, after your hitter has made an error, you go away from them because they made the error and the other team's going to think that? Or do you repeat and go back to them and show the trust, as you said? Clearly, that was a great set. A good swing by Adrian.
It's a good serve. It's an overpass, and it is plopped down there by Kainoa Wade, who continues his tear up to 17 kills. Remember when he was hitting negatives earlier this evening? He's now up to 353.
Wow. Similar pattern to last weekend when they played BYU. Kainoa was starting off slowly that one night. Came just roaring back.
Yeah, never really looked back. That is an unbelievable pass by Riley on that heater by War. Pancake saved by Rosenthal. Tipped over by Sakonoko. We play on. Outside Hartke. Dug up by Greenwich. So Roar sends it over the net on the second touch. And they're going to call a double contact against Adrian War.
And there was, I think, Roar was putting it over what looked like on two, but in fact, I think there were, on the dig, there was like multiple contacts on the dig.
Yeah, there must have been a ricochet there that he saw, or at least thought he saw.
Exactly.
For him to go try to send it over like that. But then what do you think about the call there, the double contact?
That was correct. He came out spinning like a little mini helicopter, and the officials are told to call all those.
Yeah, they're very liberal with it if it's the second touch and it stays on your side of the net. Of course, the crowd, Hawaii, will call that a little athletic justice.
Yeah.
Either way you slice it, it's 13 serving 12. And here's Finn Kearney, the 6'5" sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. Outside, Gomez, cross court and wide. There was a touch, and Pepperdine gets the point. And I tell you what, there have been some really strong performances from some of these Pepperdine hitters, but the unsung hero is Jacob Riley in serve receive. He has been dynamite.
Especially that last one. Kearney really put up a good serve, and Riley popped it right up.
Here's Hartke. And he's able to push it off the block and down. They're going to say it didn't touch the block. So a point for Hawaii, and I think we're going to get a challenge here from Jonathan Winder. Hartke immediately looked up at the R1 Mark Nakashima, asking for the touch. Did not get it. We'll see if we can see it here. Oh, I don't know.
So.
I don't know.
I don't think it got.
It hit the net. That's why the net's shaking. Does it hit Louis Sakonoko's arm in any fashion?
No, not at all. It's right near the antenna.
This would be a better angle, I think.
Oh, angle changes there.
Yeah, it looks like he may have just nicked that left elbow of Louis.
There's a change in direction.
Man, get out your microscope to see that one.
Yeah.
Jonathan Winder has been fantastic in challenges here tonight.
Yeah, no question. Change direction right when it hit Louis' elbow or that area.
I've already won 3 challenges.
Remember, Wayne Lee's not using the same cameras we are, so he may have.
Yeah, the way it's set up is they do have at their disposal our Spectrum Sports camera angles from the broadcast, but they also have some of these static cam positions that are also set up via the DV Sports system. And so they actually have far more angles than what we work with here on the broadcast side. And so there should be ample opportunity here for Wayne Lee to see something conclusive. And he didn't see anything conclusive. And Jonathan Winder loses the challenge. Huh. What do you think, C-Mac?
I think Jonathan Winder's got a case, obviously, but also the first two angles we watched, I thought there was no touch at all. But the third one I saw, you know,
just so slightly, but I agree with you. I thought there was a touch there, and now Pepperdine will refer to that as athletic justice. The volleyball gods will balance it all out.
Yeah, that's right.
And here's Hardkey. What a battle we have here in the fourth. A must-win fourth set for Hawaii. 14 all. And it's an ace. And that fell off.
Hitting 250 though, so he's had a bunch of errors, but you gotta remember this guy's hit 44 balls on the night. 44 of their 115.
The definition of a workhorse. Down the line, Louis sprawling for the pass. D-set Wade, and he keeps it cooking. Kainoa Wade, between sets 3 and 4, now has 11 kills and no errors.
It's almost like a different player.
He has leveled up here. Mid-match. 15 all. Sakonoko sends it long. That's the 16th service error for Hawaii. And you're getting to a point in the match, C-Mac. This is a must-win fourth set. You can't afford to be making too many more errors here.
Especially when Pepperdine's known to not be the best passing team. So to force them to pass more balls, any kind of speed is an important thing to do.
Oh, Adrian Rohr able to extend and got just enough of it, put it in the perfect spot there, right in the middle of that Pepperdine defense.
Two offenses showing up here in the fourth set. Pepperdine hitting 462, Hawaii 467.
And how about this for a service sub? Magnus Hedervik, the 6'7" freshman from Stavanger, Norway, playing in his 7th set of the season. A backup setter. Puts it in the net.
Might have been a little nervous. What do you think?
I mean, you talk about coming off the bench cold. He hadn't played in some time. And Charlie Wade, perhaps a teachable moment, talking to his freshman setter. The future of this program in many ways. Hawaii's had some good experience with Norwegian setters. Of course, Jakob Tella did pretty well over here. Outside, Moore tried to go with the left hand, and Andre Polomats wasn't having it. Pepperdine jumps up 2, 18 serving 16, and things are now starting to feel quite anxious for the fans in the building.
I think a timeout would have been good right here. Let's see if Charlie's going to call one. Maybe not. I guess not.
Zach Chapin. Got a good serve in that time. Sakonoko handles that one. Middle set, Jordan gets it down. 4th kill for Jordan. And now it's Tread Rosenthal to serve. A double-double performance for him tonight. 40 assists, 12 digs. Got his 100th career ace earlier in the evening. And skips off the top of the tape. D-set, Hardkey blows it up.
I'd say all the time he spent in the USA gym this summer, I think really made a big difference. He's gotten bigger, stronger, jumps higher. Lucas plays all around better volleyball. No wonder he's a candidate for Player of the Year.
What do you think about the prospect of him maybe being a future Team USA Oppo?
Absolutely.
Back bump set. Here's Hardkey. 3 blockers up. It doesn't matter. This guy is a cyborg.
Yeah. Charlie's got to call time.
But out of the timeout, Hawaii in trouble. Rosenthal, high ball set, it's Wade from the left side. What a save there along the back line by Harmon. And it drifts over the net, touched over by Hartke. Great second touch by Sakonoko, and then Wade wipes it off the hands to get the point. And that could have been devastating if Hawaii dropped that one. Instead, they're within 2, and what an ad-lib by Kainoa.
Oh, what a smart play by Kainoa. He really didn't have much he could do other than wiping the ball off the block. Great play.
He's up to 19 kills. He matches Cole Hartke. Pass tight to the net. They go outside. Hartke hits it long. Was there a touch? No touch. Hawaii back within 1.
Scoreboard shows 20 all, but I don't think that's right. I think it's 2019.
I think they gave Hawaii 2 points there. They are going to challenge this, are the Waves. Jonathan Winder making Wayne Lee work tonight. But they are going to challenge the no-touch call. I didn't see it there.
I don't think so. If anything, would have been Kainoa's right hand.
Yeah, either that index or middle finger. Do you see any sort of twitch of it?
No, doesn't look like it.
I mean, what we all turn into when it comes to these reviews.
I know. And then there's always the joke about that. You know, that really isn't that clear, but you know,
I think I see
astigmatism. People with astigmatism, it's perfectly clear to those people.
Yeah.
We need them doing the color play.
I'm not sure if I can believe what I think I saw right there.
Oh, too funny.
And poor Wayne Lee. I mean, we're all doing it, and you know, it's not our opinion that really matters. It's Wayne Lee's, and he has to check this thing out as closely and extensively as possible. I don't really see from that angle any sort of twitch of the finger or anything that would certainly conclusively dictate that there was a touch. We haven't seen it yet from the angles that we have.
It does not look like there's a touch at all. So Jonathan Winder's been pretty good at his challenges tonight, though. He had 3 early ones in the first 2 sets, and then only missed that one that he really should have got his fourth challenge, too.
We have a verdict here. Survey says he calls the touch.
What? I'm shocked.
Wow.
Shocked. Kainoa turns to Travell and says, hey, did you touch it? I didn't.
Huh. That was peculiar. Pepperdine will take it, though, for sure. They're now up 3, and another late-stage challenge that goes their way in a crucial spot. Right side, it's Wade. Dug up there by Barnett. Outside, we had a joust above the tape. Stays alive on the Hawaii side. Here's Sakonoko, rips it off the hands and out. And Hawaii trying to stay alive here, down 2.
That was a great scrambling by Hawaii. Pepperdine had several chances there to put that ball away for the 22nd point.
Here's Travell Jordan, gotta get it in, he does. Set goes backside, Hartke, the tip drops. He has been a flamethrower all night long, and in one of the biggest moments, he decides to pull the string.
He'll just tip it over. There'll be nobody there in the middle of the court. He's getting his kills in all kinds of ways. Hartke now with 21 kills and 49 swings.
Oh, that serve, though, into the net by Edie. So poor timing for that service error. Pepperdine still up 2, though, here in the 4th, and Kainoa Wade to serve. And timeout taken by Pepperdine. Oh, the service error, though, gives Pepperdine the 2-point advantage, 23 serving 21. It rears its head once again at an inopportune moment. And Cole Hartke will serve. Down the line and wide. And I think we're going to get another challenge. So the call on the floor was out. Challenge from Jonathan Winder. Wayne Lee will take a look at this one as well. They are challenging the in-out call.
People might be wondering why so many challenges have been called, and the answer is, well, that's well out. That's well out.
We have.
That's because if you're successful, you get to keep your challenges. You start with.
That's right. Yeah.
You start with 3, and you can keep them all night if as long as you're successful.
Yeah, and you even get another one if it goes to a 5th. So Jonathan Winder, who was 3 for 3 until that last challenge was the first one that he had failed, at least the last failed challenge, and then has had a really good percentage here throughout the evening, but he loses that one. And Louis Sakonoko will serve. 22 serving 23. The tension builds. He gets it in. Diving pass by Harmon. D-set Hartke. And it's a Aloha ball here for Pepperdine in the 4th. And Cole Hartke has gotten to the point where every time he lays into one, it's as if he stands there admiring his work for just a few extra moments.
Exactly.
And he deserves to the way he's been balling tonight. 22 kills on 50 swings. And Ford Harmon serving for the match. Pass by Louis. Over on 2 goes Tread, and Hawaii's still afloat.
They've got to score 1 natural point to tie it out.
Timeout taken by Pepperdine. Jonathan Winder, quite the chess player as a head coach as well. He is making sure that he does not give Hawaii any room to build any kind of further excitement in the building or momentum. He wants to stifle and stymie all that stuff.
It's like icing the kicker. He's icing Justin Todd right now.
100%. All right, let's check in with Ryan. What you got?
Hey, thanks, Kono. Well, a lot of pressure, but Hawaii's trying not to apply too much pressure on Justin Todd here. The middle blocker is the next server. Todd at times has really shown that he can be a great server for Hawaii, but at times has struggled in crucial moments. So the Hawaii coaching staff trying to find that balance of trying to exhort him, but not put too much pressure on him. And again, there normally sometimes in this situation a serving sub that comes in, but Hawaii choosing to go to Todd to serve this ball. For Pepperdine, a lot of eyes obviously on Hartke and Hawaii's blockers right now, trying to find a way to stop the opposite where they think this ball most likely will go. Back over to you guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, Ryan. You saw Justin Todd sort of being left alone there with his thoughts. I mean, you want to talk about pressure as a collegiate volleyball player? This is it right here.
A lot of people argued early on when the rally scoring first came in to not have the last point of a match ever be resolved with a missed serve or something was, a missed serve.
Like make it a true point.
Exactly.
Was one of the debates, right?
Exactly. So Hawaii's got to earn a true natural point right here. Pepperdine has got to get side out.
It's Aloha ball. Hawaii's 11-match win streak on the line. JT to serve. Cuts it and drops it. Are you serious?
That is the opposite of what we've seen him serve this year. I don't think I've ever seen him pull the trigger on that. How about that? Amazing. Normally he hits the 70-mile-an-hour heater, instead the 5-mile-an-hour ace.
And it's deuces here in the 4th, just like it was in the 1st. 24 all. Get it in again. Outside it goes. This is Barnett. And it hits the pin. And it's Aloha ball for Hawaii in the 4th.
Pepperdine out of timeouts.
And they're going to take a few moments, will the officials, to fix the antenna. Got knocked a little bit offline, so they're going to make sure that it's straight here. But Hawaii behind one of the more clutch serves you will see from Justin Todd with the Cuddy ace. Able to put Hawaii in position, forcing the hitting error. There, another look right in front of the diving Ford Harmon. And now it's Hawaii trying to force a fifth. And into the net it goes. He tried to cut it again.
I think going straight away would have been fine there. Just anything in.
That is the 19th service error for Hawaii. But Justin Todd still getting some aloha from his teammates, keeping this team alive here tonight. Watson the float serve. Rosenthal sends it out to Roar. And he's able to bounce it off with a Terraflex. It's aloha ball again in the fourth. It has not been Adrian Roar's night. And yet right there, he's able to unleash for his 10th kill. And now it's Tread Rosenthal trying to send it to a decisive fifth set. This crowd on its feet. Aloha ball in the fourth. Good pass, Barnett. D-set, Hartke. And there he is again.
He is something else, I'm telling you.
You run out of superlatives when trying to describe what this guy has been this season and tonight for this Pepperdine squad. 26 all. Polo Mats to serve. Pass by Greenwich. Rosenthal outside. It's Wade. The block slowed it down. Waves on the attack. Outside Hartke. Off the block and out. Point Waves, and they have aloha ball for the match.
What twisting, turning.
Yeah, you want to know
series of events.
You want to know about twisting and turning down the stretch. How about coming up is going to be the third match point for Pepperdine, who's been able to fight off 2 set points for Hawaii here in the fourth.
I'll tell you something about Hartke that's interesting is that he's a big guy. He's 6'11", touches 12'4", but he doesn't rely all on his big-time cross-court swing. He's got the line shot. He's got the tip to the middle of the donut. He's got the wipe off the end blocker. So he's becoming more and more versatile in the way he handles the sets that he's given. I wonder if Coach Kirai is watching the game tonight. Too late for him in San Clemente. It's like midnight there. But if he is, I know he's been looking. He got to look at Cole during the summer when he was in the USA gym. So and I think they are looking for an opposite for the 2028 Olympics.
Yeah. He would definitely be a guy that would be on the radar for that.
I would think so.
And you look at him, 52 swings here tonight. He doesn't look like a guy that's attempted 52 swings.
Yeah, he looks pretty fresh, doesn't he?
Barely broke a sweat tonight. I don't even think his hair's wet. So out of the timeout, Hawaii back up against the ropes once again. Aloha ball for the match for the third time here for the Waves. Competitive fourth set. Deuces for the second time in this match. It's Polo Mats. Sends it out. And we play on. 27 apiece.
Roar, one of Hawaii's best servers, back on the line.
And that's an ace!
Told you he's a good server.
And again, a guy who has not had things go too smoothly for him tonight. But here he is in a big spot. Aloha ball to force a fifth, and he sends it out.
Pepperdine had 4 passers that time to counter the prolific serving of Adrian Rohr, but maybe he didn't like seeing four guys there serving, passing his serve.
We're tied for the 16th time here in the fourth in what has just been a topsy-turvy roller coaster ride. Barnett, and it's an ace for him. Cross court and down, and just like that, a fourth opportunity at match point for Pepperdine. His first ace of this set, second of the match, now for the match. Rosenthal sends it outside to Louis, pounds it off the block, saved by Polomatz. Back bump set, Gomez off of the hands of Wade and down, and Pepperdine has done